So in this video I'm going to be explaining my leg workout for size and why I don't really show them and what's wrong with them. So if you want to learn something about training legs, or if you just want to laugh about my current legs, then yeah, watch this video. But first we gotta make some breakfast. So for breakfast we're making a slightly bigger meal than what I usually eat, but that is because this is going to be my pre-workout meal as well, so just making sure that I'm full and that I'm not going to be hungry during my workouts. So what we got for breakfast is 2 eggs, a half a can of baked beans, 2 bread slices, and a bowl of oatmeal, which includes, what is it, some sweetener, protein powder, milk, and low-calorie strawberry jam. That is a pretty solid breakfast if you ask me. So my current diet plan is that I'm eating around 2,600 to 2,700 calories, but to keep things transparent, I will be honest to say that I've binged a lot for the last few weeks, and it doesn't really bother me, you know, but I know it would have bothered me if I wasn't as lean in the beginning. So it is all good. I'm now at a healthier body fat percentage, I would say, and I'm going to kind of maintain this, but probably gain a small amount of fat, but hopefully not a lot, as long as I don't keep on binging. But yeah, this breakfast right here, it's one of my favorites, at least when it's my first meal before my workout session. I just think it has a lot of good things, such as good fats, a good amount of carbs, a good amount of protein. It does take a while to digest though, so you probably, if you're eating this, you probably should wait 1 or 2 hours before hitting the gym. That's at least what I'm doing. And also, I have actually started creatine recently, so that is going to be interesting. I'm not on a lot of supplements at the moment. Pretty much, yeah, just only creatine and protein powder because we're keeping it natty. So yeah, meal is done. So I hope you appreciate that GoPro shot because it completely ruins my hair. But yeah, good morning everyone. Today we got a leg day on the menu. You already know what it is, my power building program. I'm doing a bit less volume though, so I'm not following it exactly, but we will talk about that after I've eaten this meal. So before we get into the leg workout commentary, let's first talk about why I never really show my legs. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm insecure about my legs because that's a strong word, but I do dislike the size of them, to say the least, at least compared to my upper body. And I've been training my legs for roughly the same time as well, which is like almost 7 years, which is crazy to think about. But basically the main reasons why I dislike training legs and why they aren't so big is because of some injuries and some setbacks. And first I just gotta say that the reason why I don't really address this so much is because I just hate complaining about stuff, because if I'm going to complain about something, then there at least have to be some value to take from that. So sometimes I share with you the downside of my life so that it hopefully can help you, but I don't like just complaining for no reason. But a lot of people ask me about leg training and stuff, so I'll just address it in this video. Yeah, I broke my ankle a few years ago, which was pretty gruesome, and I had to use crutches for like over half a year, and I could barely walk after that. Thankfully I did need surgery for my ankle, but my ankle grew in sort of a weird way so that it works fine, but it's just that no matter how much I stretch my calves, my ankles, or just do some mobility work, I'm never going to get the mobility back in my ankle, which has been broken. And the other reason, which is the main reason, is my hamstring, because the ankle, the only downside with the ankle is that I just have pretty bad ankle mobility in one side of my leg, which is not the best for quad growth, since dorsiflexion is really important to get a full stretch on the quads, but that's completely fine. I can still squat kind of parallel when it comes to squats, so that is enough. But my hamstring has really been a setback. So I tore my hamstring on my 18th birthday, which is not the funnest way to celebrate your birthday, I can tell you that. My day was completely ruined. I think I did it because I didn't deload and I just trained with way too much volume for a long ass time without letting my hamstrings truly recover. So that is what happened, and it has set me back so long, because, you know, typically a tear should only, or it should take like a few weeks or at most a few months to heal. But mine has been bugging me for almost 2 years, and the reason for that, I'm still kind of triggered about it today. So basically when I tore it, I went to see a specialist about it, and he said that it wasn't torn and he didn't find anything with it, and I'm like, oh shit, are you serious? I mean, it was like a gruesome pain, and I could literally hear and feel that it tore. But okay, if you say it's fine, you're the expert, I'll just listen to you. So I just let it recover a few weeks, and then I tried hitting the gym, and then the pain started coming back once I just put a little force on my hamstring, and I was like, yeah, it didn't work, man. And I kept doing that for literally months, probably like a year, where I just had to let it recover a few weeks, and then I tried again, and then it started being painful again. And after like 1 year of the hamstring tear, I went to see another specialist because I just knew that something was wrong. And when I went to that guy, he said like, oh yeah, your hamstring has definitely been torn, but since you haven't treated it, because the first guy said that it wasn't torn, I didn't treat it obviously, so I then had a lot of accumulated scar tissue built up in my hamstring, which is not usually what happens, since when you treat it, all of that scar tissue doesn't accumulate. So yeah, it's been basically like a really long and painful process to just get rid of all that scar tissue, and now it's almost gotten perfect. I won't say perfect because I do sometimes feel it when I go too heavy, but it's a lot better. So thankfully I can start training my legs again, and that's the main reason why I haven't been able to hit my legs really for the past 2 years. But that's mostly in the past now, which is really good. So now I'm slowly starting to implement more leg training, go closer to failure, and just develop my legs more, because that's what I'm looking forward to. So now that I've explained that, let's get into the workout commentary for this day's leg session. So we're starting off this leg session with squats, and after that we're following it up by Romanian deadlifts and then Bulgarian split squats. It's going to be a pretty short session, but as I previously explained, I don't need a lot of volume at the moment, and I shouldn't push my hamstring too hard in the beginning. So yeah, that is why I'm doing so little. But here I'm doing 90 kilos on a squat. It's pretty sad to think about. Yeah, I did that like 3 years ago, but whatever, let's not cry about it. Now I can finally at least start to slowly progressive overload on my exercises and push myself closer to failure, because as you can see, this is probably like a RP of 5 or 6. It's pretty low effort sets, but it still feels really heavy since I'm not used to squatting this weight at all. So I'm just taking my time, making sure that my form isn't too off. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it is pretty good. So now I definitely can start to add weight and focus on progressive overloading. And regarding my strength goals, well, it's kind of hard to say because I'm not sure how my hamstring is going to respond to me pushing the weights and pushing the volume. So I'll just have to see and be patient, but hopefully I will hit. I haven't really thought about it, but I do at least want to focus on getting stronger. It would be cool if I would do a working set of 110 kilos at the end of this year. That would be pretty cool. We shall see though, who knows. And now I'm moving over to Romanian deadlifts. As you can see, the form is a bit more off here. I'm not going as far down as I should, but again, since my hamstring was torn for such a long time, I got really tight my hamstring. Like, people, they say they're tight in their hamstrings, and I'm twice as tight. Not like it's a competition. That would be pretty weird, huh? Like a competition for the tightest hamstring. I don't know what I'm saying, but that is what we're doing here, and I'm only using, what is it, 1 plate and 5 pounds on each side, or 2.5 pounds on each side. So yeah, not a lot, but just getting used to that movement. Still feels kind of scary, like doing Romanian deadlifts, since this was the exercise I tore my hamstring on. So you know, the flashbacks, they are kind of getting to me, but I'm just going to slowly focus on increasing the weight over time. As you can see, this weight is literally nothing for me, but again, since I'm not used to the exercise, it still feels kind of heavy. And yeah, I definitely don't want to push my hamstring specifically. So I'm just taking my time, gradually building myself up. And yeah, it feels good. And also, since I don't really post my leg workouts, I feel like a lot of people have DM'd me just wondering how they look like and stuff. So that's why I'm making this video. And to go a bit more in depth about the actual program regarding the legs, well, I'm training my legs 2 times a week, pretty standard. Yeah, I'm following a 5 days upper lower split where I'm training the upper body 3 times a week and the lower body 2. And this is the shortest lower body workout, even though the other one is also pretty short, but that also has abs and calves. But I'm not training that today because I have implemented that in 2 of my 3 upper body workouts. And regarding the periodization for the main leg compounds, such as the squat, there I'm following linear periodization and daily undulating periodization. So one day I have light squats and one day I have heavy squats, and also after each week I decrease the reps by 1 rep, just so that it's easier to increase your load without stagnating. And if you've bought my intermediate power building program, that is incredible similar. It's pretty much what I'm doing right now for my leg workouts, but I'm just using a lot lower volume and probably 1 less exercise. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. You can check that program out in the description. Also got a free beginner program, that's what's up. And I feel really motivated at the moment to just focus on getting my squat numbers up, because yeah, I've been stagnating. I've been getting weaker in my legs for the past 2 or 3 years now because of the gyms closed and mainly due to my hamstring tear. Like, I'm gonna be honest, in the beginning I enjoyed training legs, but after my tear and after my ankle and after so many things just making the leg workouts completely suck for me, like I've just had so many times I went to the gym and I thought everything was fine, but then my hamstring was in pain, or I just had to use like twice as little weight as I was used to. So yeah, I've had a really bad experience for the past few years with leg training, which has just made me not enjoy it whatsoever. There's been so many times where I've just sat in my room procrastinating since I know I have to train legs, but I didn't want to at all. But hopefully, yeah, it feels like it's coming to an end now that I don't feel the pain anymore and that I can push myself more. So really excited to how my legs will look and yeah, how my strength will be on the squat. And here you can see my legs just doing a quick posing after the workout. It wasn't a really brutal workout, but it was a decent pump. So yeah, this is my physique, just training legs today. So please don't roast the upper body. But yeah, it was a pretty solid workout. I'm really excited to see where things will go. So I just come from the workout and I can't be bothered to make like a fancy meal, so kind of like having the same thing I had for breakfast, just a bread slice with egg and a kiwi as well. Also 1 capsule of ashwagandha. And apparently my cat wants to say hi. Hey, what's up? But yeah, I'm going to enjoy me this meal. If you have any video suggestions you want me to make, please put them in the comment section below, because I want to upload more frequently. And I got tons of ideas, but still they're hard to come up with, you know. So yeah, let me know. And by the way, something that's completely unrelatable to this, I've been starting to drink a bit more, like almost every weekend, which isn't good. So I'm either going to stop doing that as frequently, or I'm just going to go out without drinking, or just drink a lot less. Because I enjoy it, but I also do enjoy this fitness lifestyle, and obviously we can combine them. You don't have to choose either one, you know. So I will figure out that in the meantime. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been Magnus, Bulkan. Like the video if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, dislike it and tell me in the comment section below what I can do to improve. That's pretty much it. Goodbye.